These days, it's cool to hate Sonic the Hedgehog. Even despite his former status as one of console gaming's biggest superstars, nowadays he's more associated with his stupid friends, interspecies relationships, or even... I don't even want to go there. That's a long dark hole to fall in, and I intend to strafe around it. Though not without covering it with leaves, branches, and stuff, because everything I ever needed to know, I learned from Looney Tunes. Given the introduction thus far, it only stands to reason that I'm probably going to review a Sonic game. The game in question is not, in fact, any Sonic game made since the year 2000. Most of you are probably guessing, oh, he's probably going to review Sonic Adventure. That game sucks so much, lol. To which I answer, no. Lol. Few people remember that Sega once made a handheld game system. This system, the Game Gear, had amazing hardware compared to Nintendo's own offerings. Higher number of colors on screen. Colors, period, and a backlit screen. Unfortunately, it also ate batteries like, some kid that likes to eat batteries. And is probably dead now. Aren't batteries bad for you? Never mind. Of course, Sega, like most companies, knew where their big money was to be made, and that's from Sonic games, so it started pretty simple with little bite-sized versions of the first Genesis games. Then Sega started making original Sonic games for the Game Gear, like Sonic Chaos, Sonic Triple Trouble, and Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which, despite the name, is most certainly not the same as the Genesis version. Play it sometime. It isn't bad. So the niche market of Game Gear players wanted something different, apparently, so Sega provided Sonic Labyrinth. It's a game about Sonic the Hedgehog decidedly not running very fast, instead opting to take his time to systematically shred robots to pieces. Spoiler alert, for those of you keeping score, I actually kind of like this game. Hate mail can be delivered to the following address, 1060 West Addison Street, Chicago, Illinois, 60613. But while you're writing said hate mail, you'll probably want something to watch, so watch me suck at this game! Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Labyrinth of the Sky, Zone 1-1. Good luck! Sonic takes a leisurely stroll through the checkerboarded wasteland of conveyor belts, pinball bumpers, and... jeez, the screen moves slow. Weird robotic penguin on wheels that shoots chewing gum. Sonic can actually get stuck in that, as shown here. The object of Sonic Labyrinth is to run around and pick up all the 3 keys that are laying around the labyrinth. You do this by either leisurely walking or spin dashing everywhere, which is obviously the preferred method of getting around because the time limit's restrictive enough that you'll never make it if you're just walking. Sometimes enemies carry keys, sometimes you have to find them. When you get all 3 keys, you can walk out the goal door, which is over there, if I didn't so foolishly miss it by a few feet. And this is the end of level 1. So far as we can see, Sonic Labyrinth is basically a lower-tech version of Sonic 3D Blast, like that one with all the blue chickeny things. So, what's strange, though, is that this came out a whole year before Sonic 3D Blast even hit store shelves. I don't think Sonic 3D Blast was even announced at the time. But it's a far slower-paced, more methodical Sonic game with less platforming, mostly because Sonic can't even jump in this one. A button doesn't even seem to do anything. Or is that the A button? I don't know. I'm playing it on an emulator. I've got it bound to circle on my PlayStation 2 gamepad. Yay, mad pimpage. And speaking of mad pimpage, I bought the adapter to do this from PlayAsia. I don't remember exactly what the address is. Go Google it or something. Where is that? There it is. Walk off the edge and into the goal door. Now, the time limits in this game are restrictive enough that you can't just walk everywhere. Otherwise, that's probably what I would be doing, because even as slow as it is, it means I'm not bouncing off of everything and potentially getting myself hurt. Also, Sonic actually doesn't seem to have much of a way to die in this game. If you get hurt, you just drop the keys you're carrying. If you pick up a key, it increases the time limit, so the time limit's really the major enemy here. Robotic piranha plant or something. Is that a take that at Nintendo? I don't know. invincibility and seizure-inducing flashy effect thing. That was almost bad. Where's that third key? Damn you, a third key! You've eluded my grasp once again! Oh, there it is. Yay, keys! Ah! Damn bumper. This is the only time that I can confess that I don't like pinball. And there's the goal. End of Zone 1-3. Now, just to show you that this game somewhat defies Sonic tradition, and yet it doesn't at the same time, Zone 1-4 is the first boss of the game. But first, gratuitous snowboarding sequence! Sans snowboard. This is actually the first time in the game that we've been allowed to collect rings. Extra life! Screen flash! I think games like this are why Nintendo puts seizure warnings on every game they make now. And down the tubes. Symbolism? The tubes resembling the internet, and maybe the boss resembling the FCC? Let's see. Ridiculous internet censorship guidelines, the DMCA, Viacom, copyright bullying. Okay, yeah, I admit I'm just trying to pad out my YouTube tags so that this will get more hits. Oh, I died! How did that happen? Alright, let's give this another... we have to do this again? Alright, fine. I'm not sure why there's random panes of glass to bounce off of, is just to make Sonic lose all of his rings or something. Extra life again. If this keeps up, I will never get a game over, as long as I don't beat this boss. I can just pick up 100 rings off at the hill, go into the boss room, die, and then do it again. That's a vicious cycle. Like Groundhog Day, or Hedgehog Day, or... Okay, you can shoot me for that reference. Pick up the ring on this side, pick up the ring on that side, screen flashes for no reason. There's the boss. Ow. Stop punching me with your black gloves! If this boss represents the FCC, then his black gloves probably represent their randomly changing guidelines as to what is suitable for television audiences or not. I'm gonna give this one more try, and whether I succeed or fail, I'm probably going to end the video at that. Picking up all these rings, I might not actually get the... There we are. Extra life. Oh wait, did I get 2 that last time? I must have got enough that I got 2 extra lives in one go. This is a good place to farm extra lives. But also extremely tedious. I'm assuming that what I need to do is get these rings before the boss shows up. Yeah, there it is. What are you, some kind of deranged Rayman clone? You have no limbs! Oh, and then also he's teleporting like Dalsim or Akuma or... Yes, I killed him! Chaos Emerald! Actually, I don't know if this is a Chaos Emerald. It never actually says anything about it. Once you pick it up, it just ends like every other level in the game, with Sonic pinballing down a really long tunnel. So, in conclusion, Sonic Labyrinth, despite not being as fast as the other Sonic games, shows that you can actually have a fun game that has Sonic the Hedgehog in it, and isn't so blisteringly fast that the screen starts to blur, which admittedly was a major problem on the Game Gear back in the day. I mean, just try playing Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the Game Gear, on actual hardware, and actually see where you're going so that you don't run into the first spike in the game because it didn't jump in time, because it was not very well defined on the Game Gear's blurry passive matrix LCD screen. If you want definitions for all of that stuff, go look it up on Wikipedia. I'm not really in the mood to explain it. So, in conclusion, I like it, and if you think I shouldn't like it, shut up.